Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch My Hero Academia Season 3, Episode 23, and today also the episode 24 and 25. That's it, I'm gonna finish Season 3 today, and really I cannot wait. I'm really expecting a cliffhanger at the end of this season. I don't know why, because for what I remember, I don't have the impression, that seasons 1 and 2 finished with really a big cliffhanger, and for sure we had a lot of actions, and for sure it was important episodes, but it was not like they left us really like that at the end of the final episode. And right now I have the impression that it's gonna be like that. Maybe because of the rhythm, of this season. Maybe also because right now, where the characters are standing and all, like that's it. We had the attack of the League of Villains. Our guys, they passed that exam, to have their provisional licenses. And during the last episode, we had that moment, that conversation between Bakugo and Deku that I'm expecting since so long now. But these two, they're gonna fight. I'm gonna come back to that later. It's gonna take maybe one episode, something like that. And after that, what? I think that we might have an attack of the League of Villains, but not on our heroes, our guys, our students. I think that they are preparing something, but not for really attack, they are preparing something to send a signal, to send a message or something like that. I have this impression that if we're gonna have an attack, it's not gonna be an attack which is gonna last for 10 episodes or something like that. It's gonna be just an attack to tell the world that even if their master was arrested, they are still out there, they are still acting, they are still working on the same idea, and also who is truly into the League of Villains, the fact that everyone can join them. Like, I'm really thinking about it like that, because the conversation that we had between All Might and the Master was about that. It was about the fact that this guy really gave his legacy, that's it, he made his job, he doesn't need to do something else and all. But at the same time, he put a lot of subtitles, into what he said, to tell that maybe it's not truly the end for him, he still has something left to do, or maybe he can be released by his friends. See, I'm expecting something like that. Maybe, that final attack, that attack that we're gonna have during this final episodes, maybe it's gonna be about that. The League of Villains sending a message, a signal by attacking this jail, and managing to release their master, and yes, really sending that message, that signal to the world. I really think that it could be great to have something like that. Or maybe I'm anticipating too much and it's gonna happen far later, on this anime, but I think that at some point it's gonna happen no matter what. No matter what, I'm saying that, but I'm not expecting to have all of what I just said during this particular episode, because this particular episode had to be about Bakugo and Deku, and I love that so much. You know that I'm waiting for these two to talk together and to talk together about Deku's quirk since I think, episode 5 or 6 of the season 1, since Deku almost confessed the truth to Bakugo, but Bakugo didn't understand anything. But now Bakugo understood everything, and even more than I thought. I thought, that he managed to connect the dots, that really Deku crying for All Might when everyone was cheering for him, it was really the final thing, that Bakugo needed to understand what was happening, that special connection between All Might and Deku, the quirk situation, Deku's quirk suddenly appearing from nowhere, and the fact that someone gave it to him. Like, for sure Bakugo understood, I knew it, he's clever, Like, I never doubted that. I had some issues with his attitude during the season 1, But since a long time now, I'm really like, okay, the guy is evolving inside. Deep inside, he's evolving. He never showed it outside, but he's evolving. And right there, the fact that he's confronting Deku with that question, you know, with really your quirk, it's All Might's quirk, let's say it. And like that, for me, it's proving that Bakugo can't be friends with Deku, at least not for now, for sure, but the fact that he's asking the question like that, for me, it's really proving that, at least with everything that Deku did during the last episode, the last attacks, Bakugo trusts Deku for doing the right thing during moments of battle, during fights and stuff like that. I think that he trusts Deku. He doesn't like him, he's not friends with him, but he trusts him. And right there, I think that by asking Deku to fight with him, it's really like Bakugo being like, okay, so All Might chose you. You. Not me, you. But mostly, All Might chose you. All Might thinks that you're the right person to be the next him. I want the proof of it. I want to be sure that All Might was right. And because Bakugo is doing everything that he can to be the best, I think that for Bakugo it's really like, if you can win against me, it's gonna prove that All Might was right and I'm gonna be okay with that decision. For me, I'm really taking it like that, you know, it's not a question of ego, like really, no, I'm the best and I want to prove you that I'm the best, that I should have had that quirk or something like that. Not at all. It's really just, he wants the confirmation that All Might was right to give his quirk to Deku. Like, All Might trusts you. I just said that for me, Bakugo trusts Deku, but now he needs to trust him to be the next All Might. Do you understand what I mean? I think that it's something like that inside of Bakugo's mind. It's really difficult, you know, to know what is happening into Bakugo's mind, because clearly the guy doesn't talk about his feelings, you know, his thoughts and stuff like that. But that's what I think. And for him to approve, maybe at the end of this fight, for him to approve for Deku to be the next All Might, to have this quirk, maybe it would be him finally saying something nice to Deku. Like, I don't know how he's gonna say it, but maybe it's gonna be him finally on board also with all of what is happening. It's gonna be him also finally showing to everyone that he evolved, because clearly Bakugo from season 1, beginning of the season 1, would never accept, would have never reacted like that. He evolved. Like all of our guys evolved. You know, we saw that also with Todoroki, who was confronted to that guy, accusing him to be like his father, because he lived the moment with Todoroki at the beginning of the season 1, where Todoroki was acting like his dad, and that was rough to admit it for me, you know, but I saw it and Todoroki saw it also, but it changed since that moment. They all did. And now Bakugo, it's time for you to show it. Please. That's what I want to see during this episode. Okay, a fight between these two, but also not an emotional moment. Like, I can't expect something emotional coming from Bakugo, but me, I'm gonna get emotional during that moment if truly it's happening, you know, something great between these two. We'll see. But yes, I think that it's gonna be mostly about these two fighting this episode. The fact that they are fighting, you know, inside of the area, you know, of this core, maybe at some point people are gonna notice it, are gonna hear something. It would be great also, maybe some of their friends follow them. I wouldn't be surprised about it. We'll see. Oh, and also maybe before the end of this season, I would love to have the identity of that teacher who is a snitch, you know, with a rat. You know that I'm suspecting Midnight, but only for the reason that she's a good actress. What happened, you know, during that promotional episode for the movie. That's the only reason that I can find against her, you know, and that in fact The only thing that I have against one of these teachers, like really I'm not suspecting any of them except her, and for that reason which is not really great, so I don't believe, you know, really into that theory. We'll see, and I'm gonna see that right now. Let's go for this episode. Remember that if you want to have my Patreon, on which you can have 4 episodes of advance, which means 2 weeks of advance. It's really a lot, meaning that on my Patreon they are already beginning the season 4, or maybe we have a movie or a special episode between seasons. I didn't check it yet, maybe, but they already have it on my Patreon, so it means that they already have my reactions and my thoughts to the final episodes of this season. If you want that, you can have it on my Patreon with an extended reaction part or a full reaction part. I put a lot of full reaction part for My Hero Academia and for the last episodes for sure. Right there for the final ones, maybe I'm gonna put some full reaction parts also. It's advantages that you can have on my Patreon that I'm offering you to encourage you to join me, because I'm a little reactor on YouTube and on Patreon, so I can really need your help if you want and if you can. Let's go for this episode. I'm sorry, maybe the lights are gonna change a lot during this episode, you know, sometimes it's windy, it's raining, sometimes it's big sun, stuff like that, you know, that's it. Finally, beginning of autumn. Let's go. Oh, my hair. Why didn't you tell me that my hair were a mess? Ah, that's better. No. You both admire him. You can, both of you. He studied you so much because he admires you also. Oh, they're gonna notice you even sooner than I thought. Who is stopping you? Bakugo, you want someone? He always wanted to be your friend. He's so big things in you also. Like when you were kids. You're blaming yourself! You're blaming yourself! Yes! That's why also you reacted like that when he almost hurt her mate. Oh, Bakugo, you had me. He's mad at himself right now, like... Oh, it's been getting to rage just right now. Let's Bakugo.
勝手な付き合いは長いけど、これまで僕らは本音で話し合ったことがない。まるで全部見下ろしてるような、本気で俺を追い抜いていくつもりのその態度が。
Je danse un instant.
そんな風に。
Apparently, he's so wrong. He never understood you.
嫌なところと同じくらい君の凄さが鮮烈だったんだよ。
Tell me!
君は俺の旅もすごい人だったんだ。自分の体がどれだけ鍛えられたかなんて。
Oh, it's bad?
全身常時身体許容上限 8%。 君を追いかけていたんだ。
He admires, he still admires you. He wants to be as good as you. Like.
助けなきゃって気持ちより勝たなきゃって気持ちが強い。うっかり口が悪くなったりしてしまうんだ。そんなことむしろ嫌いな部分なはずなのに、僕の中で勝利のイメージが君になってるんだ。シュートスタイルは腕を酷使しないための戦い方。5% なら使えないとは言ってない。
No, he's gonna go with it. Come on, shout out victory instead. You're there.
なんでデクだ。エドの時からなんだろう。非力で誰よりヒーローだった。君は強い男だと思った。すでに土俵に立つ君じゃなく。
You considered Bakugo?
あんたみてえな強いやつになろうって思ってきたのに。
You think you're weak?
あんたはそんな姿に。どのみち限界は近かった。こうなることは決まっていたよ。君は強い。ただね、その強さに私が負けていた。すまない。君も少年なのに。爆豪少年のように勝利にこだわるのも、緑谷少年のように困っている人間を助けたいと思うの。どっちが欠けていてもヒーローとして自分の正義を貫くことはできないと気持ちをさらけ出した今ならもう分かってるんじゃないかな。
Oh, I didn't think that Bakugo could open himself that much.
助けて勝つ。勝って助ける。最高のヒーローになれるんだ。強くなるよ。君に勝てるよ。
Oh, he's gonna make you respect that promise.
隠そうとしてたからどいつにも言わねえよ。クソデクみてえにバラしたりはしねえ。
I knew you wouldn't tell.
秘密は本来私が頭を下げてお願いすること。使ってねえよ。E プラスリスクとデメリットができるだけだ。
Also, and you're doing that because you still admire All Might.
オールマイトカッチャンに話した。巨悪に立ち向かうため代々受け継がれてきた力というの
Oh, he told him all of the story?
その象徴となって
Guys!
傷を負いまばかりで力の所在がで混乱するってことが。私が力尽きたのは私の選択だ。君の責任じゃないよ。結局
He's gonna continue to blame himself.
俺はあんたをも超えるヒーローになる。そうだね。俺も全部俺のもんにしてブレイク。選ばれたお前よりもな。
I didn't expect less.
じゃあ僕はその上を行く。行かなきゃいけないんだ。
That's a good competition, you know? They're just gonna push each other to be the best versions of themselves.
僕のカルミックの試験を終えたその晩に喧嘩とは元気があって大変。アイさん、待って、待って。
You were the one to stop him.
練習場で揉めていると。
ああ、まさにそのことだが、私に任せてくれないか。すぐに連れてくるよ。爆豪少年は私の引退に負い目を感じていたんだ。を抱えたまま試験に臨ませ、結果、彼の劣等感が爆発した。
Do you think that it's why he fell?
で済ますことはできません。しかるべき処罰は下します。先に落としたのは俺。
僕も結構
Yes, I'm not even sure.
その間寮内共有スペース清掃、朝と晩プラス反省文の提出。
Okay.
ただしばあさんの個性には頼るな。勝手な傷は勝手に治せ。
Deal with them. And I don't. Ooh! And I don't see. It's too long. Are you gonna say why? I mean.
っていうものでも言語化が難しい。
よく謹慎で済んだものだ。
バルー仮面の補修どうすんだ。
Maybe you're gonna get closer during these classes.
シュートスタイルさ、どうだったかな。
You want his impression on it?
予備動作でできる。ソフトアップしてもキー反応できて、パンチと合わせるのは腹立った。
Don't say anything. It's already amazing. Bakugo being nice with Deku for no reason. It's amazing. Don't say anything, you know, whisper when you're talking to him. Maybe it's gonna stop, you know, like we don't want to push him too much. Ah, this episode, guys! Oh! And I didn't prepare any tissue, and for sure I don't have the right mascara for that. Let me see. Each time I'm like, I don't know, is it my, you know, the bags under my eyes? Is it my mascara which fall? I don't know. I'm sorry. This episode, guys, this episode. Oh, I didn't know that it would be so emotional. I knew that a confrontation between these two, for sure, at some point I would get emotional. Like, I know myself, I can get emotional really easily. With these two talking together, I knew that it could happen. But I didn't know that much, because I didn't know that we would have so many memories, you know, so many stuff about when they were kids, and you know that it's playing with my heart, that kind of moments. And I didn't know that Bakugo would open himself that much. All of what he said about his feelings, about how he feels about Deku, about All Might. What he thinks also, that reveal about the fact that he feels responsible for All Might losing his quirk. He cried! After that he went mad for sure, but he cried, and Deku understood it. Deku understood that this fight, it was really Bakugo using him as a sandbag because he doesn't know how to deal with his own feelings, so he just wants to fight his feelings on Deku. Like me, I rolled my eyes like, guys. No, not just guys. Some people are just reacting like that. You know, some people, they don't know how to deal with their feelings, so they prefer to be mad and angry at people, even more at people closer to them, just because they don't know how to deal with their feelings. Not my case, like clearly not my case. Oh, Bakugo, you had me, and you had me so much, because to see Bakugo crying like that, for sure it was a surprise, and I still think, you know, what I said in the intro, that for me he wanted to fight Deku right there, because for All Might to choose Deku for Bakugo, it's so unreal that he needed to fight Deku to see if All Might was right about it, and it was almost like, prove me that All Might was right. It was a little because we both admired All Might that much, you're gonna be the next All Might, why not me and all. But it was in fact mostly about something else. It was mostly about the fact that he feels responsible for All Might losing his quirk because he got kidnapped, because he was not strong enough to defend himself, because All Might was forced to intervene. And now that I think about it, yes, Bakugo saw all of that. He saw All Might fighting for him and all. He saw All Might sacrificing himself for him. I never thought that Bakugo could feel responsible, but now it makes so much sense. Also with the fact that during that training, when they were trying to find their ultimate move, at some point Bakugo almost hurt All Might, and it was Deku who intervened. And Bakugo's reaction during that moment, I took it as, Bakugo admires All Might, he almost hurt his hero. Ooh, for sure it was rough for Bakugo, and maybe also during that moment he understood that Deku is the next All Might, like it was just another dot, to join to the rest of them, to connect the dots and to know that Deku is All Might successor. And maybe it was the case, but it was also in fact mostly about, you don't have any power because of me, it's already hard enough, and right there I almost hurt you, killed you for good. For Bakugo, for sure it disturbed him during all of this time, and All Might was right to think that during all of this time Bakugo dealt with these feelings all by himself. During all of the time that he was forced to stay at home, during all of the training for the ultimate move, during all of this experience, with this exam to have the provisional licenses. Maybe that's why he was a little disturbed during it and he didn't have it at the end. Maybe. I know that I should talk also about Deku, who admitted the truth to Bakugo, who understood all of what Bakugo was feeling and all, but who didn't accept it neither. He was like, no, I'm not gonna be your sandbag, I'm gonna respond, I'm gonna fight you. But All Might was right with the fact that these two, they are really completing each other, The fact that Bakugo wants to win no matter what, the fact that Deku wants to save people no matter what, that's two things, that an hero needs to keep on mind. Together they can have it. The fact that they want to surpass each other now. I'm laughing because for me it's a good competition, and I really think so also into your life and stuff like that with sports and all. It's because you're gonna have a good adversary, someone really great, that you're gonna push yourself even more, you're gonna train even more to be better than that person. It's a good adversary who is pushing you to be better, to be the best version of yourself. So for that, I lost. Oh, what Deku said about the fact that for him, Bakugo is the face of victory, If All Might is the face of saving people for Deku, and we saw it so many times, with that thing like, I'm there to save you, Bakugo is the face of victory, the one who is always succeeding, always like that. He studied you so much, like Deku studied Bakugo so much during so long. The fact that he continued to follow him no matter what, even, with Bakugo being such an asshole with him, that's loyalty. He admires you so much, Bakugo. I hope that one day you're gonna realize that. Really. Right there at the end, during that hidden scene, the fact that Deku asked him, what did he think about his style during fighting. And the fact that Bakugo responded, like I said, I don't think that it can be the beginning of a real friendship like that, not so soon. but at least maybe now, you know, Bakugo is gonna want for Deku to really train well and to be at his best and all, because even if he wants to be the best, I think that he understands also all of the responsibility coming with this quirk, with All Might's quirk, with One for All quirk, and the fact that Deku has really to improve and quick and really to get strong really quick. I'm not saying that he's gonna train him personally, but I think that he can help a little. With his own weird way, you know. Oh, that was something this episode. Like really, I didn't expect it at all. The fact that it began to rain, and I think that maybe you heard it during the episode, it began to rain when I began to cry. Be sure that I'm gonna take it as something symbolic and all, like really. He knows the truth, Bakugo, and he's not gonna say anything. I never thought, you know, that he would say anything about it. Not at all. He's not that kind of person. He's gonna keep that secret now. He's gonna go to these classes, you know, for the provisional licenses. That's great. And I knew that he would go to them with Todoroki. That's cool. But maybe because of that, they're gonna get closer. Oh, and I thought also about it, you know, during the editing of the previous episodes. The fact that Kami, aka Toga, was forced to leave, you know, during the second test because of that. I mean, was forced just to leave during the second test. Because of that, she's gonna be forced to take also these classes. I mean, Kami is gonna take these classes, but in fact, it's Toga who is gonna take these classes, and maybe because of that, she can have Todoroki and Bakugo's blood also. Do you understand what I mean? I thought about it during the editing of the last episode. I think that the girl is gonna be there, you know. She's gonna take that opportunity to take more blood from our guys. Okay, I'm gonna stop this review right now. I still need to watch the 2 final episodes of this season. So it's all for you for today, for this video, and it's all for me for now. So bye for now. Bye.
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Hey.